Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Larceny Barrel Proof A123. So we've been searching long and far now. I'm gonna bump it, try to get this out sooner than later. So there'll be some video that I'm gonna have to bump. Truth be told, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. The only way we could get
Just a little.
so that we can, between sickness and I knew that was gonna happen, and work and vacations and everything. We're a few weeks ahead, so we're gonna have to bump a video to try to get this one out on time. So this one is made by Heaven Hill, both distillery and company owned by Heaven Hill. It is 125.8 proof. It's rumored to be between 6 and 8 years. We got it for $60, but we didn't get it for $60 because we couldn't find it. But super fan of the channel, Steve, just came back from Oklahoma. And lo and behold, it was sitting behind a counter down there on one of his places.
It's not up here yet.
It has not reached us. So he scored this for us. It is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. And for those of you that may be new or don't usually track these, they have an A, B, and C version of this. So this is A123. So A is, of course, the first one being it comes out in January of the year 2023. So if you see an A122, that means it was, January of 2022. So we have liked all of these in the past. We did a Sunday Fun Day. You can go back and watch that if you want to see which was the best of last year's. C922 won last year, if I remember correctly. Right? Both of them won, both Elijah and this. I did a terrible job pouring.
On yours, you did.
I did. I
was waiting to see if you were going to catch on.
Yeah. I'm going to drip it all over the dog here, but we'll see what they did this year. Nose. See how they come out. Different as opposed to what we've been drinking in the past? Or?
Yeah. I'm not getting like the...
Well, it is a weeder. Did I pour some on you, buddy? I'm sorry.
Unless it's the glass. Let me get a sip.
My glasses are so clean. It could not be that. It is different as it's not like leaping out. Like it's given like a muted. But if I remember correctly, every time we've done a Larceny, we've said the same thing. That the nose always disappoints, and then when you take a taste of it, you're like, "Whoa, hold on a minute!" Like every time I think we've done any of the Larceny, we weren't overly impressed on the nose in the beginning. It's gonna sit in the glass for like 5-10 minutes before
maybe towards the end when we do a second pour. But right now, it's still not.
It's already on the second pour. Let me get a sip in.
It's not already leaping. And that's I think 60 is around MSRP, so that he did a pretty good job on that.
60 is what MSRP is supposed to be. Unlike Elijah went up to 70 this year.
I think it was 69. It's there.
That is definitely right there. I'm gonna have to get a second sip on that one, but there was a different aftertaste. I thought I had that I wasn't ready for.
Seeing it now, after you sip it, the nose is coming through, but it was right in the beginning.
It's got
it was almost like a tree smell, but maybe it was the glass.
I don't know about that, but
it could have been a glass. It could have been, I don't know, just opened it. It was the cork.
You got the stuff that was dripped on it, just bouncing off the bottom of the cork.
The nose is coming in now.
It is. It's not huge yet, though. It's not like jumping out caramelly or anything like that, though. It's definitely it's still a muted nose, but
getting pretty good brown sugar. It's got a nice. You can know it's a proof. It's not just a.
I was gonna say
it's not a rye.
I was just gonna say the same thing. It's 125.8. I guess if we're gonna relate it to things that we've had in the past, I don't have I actually really like this.
It does.
It's still kind of sitting there. Yeah.
It's not probably. It's not like a knob thick, but you get the proof and you get the flavor. It stays here in the back of your neck, but it doesn't really. What was the other one that had that awful taste that we did a few days ago? That stuck. Remember that stuck in our that stuck.
Balcones?
You might, I would think it was Balcones.
No, okay, that one.
That
That's
one.
not the.
That was like a taste
that one
that
just
didn't even
wouldn't-
go away.
That wouldn't go away. No, I'm trying to think because we recently did the. Well, I can't even say that because it wouldn't come out yet. But one we recently just did was with the Elijah Craig, which will be in about a month for you guys. But that one I think had a slightly more complexity with the flavors.
But I think we've said that
went
a
through.
little bit on Larceny as a whole. You and I typically would lean towards Elijah because of the thickness and because of not that it's a bad flavor. It just seems that one seems to stick around.
A little more viscosity where it actually stays.
This
in
one
your
kind of
mouth
hangs
a
out
little bit
in the
more.
back of your neck a little more
Right.
than. Again, I'm not disappointed.
No, it's very good.
And for the money, that's not a bad price.
That was what I was going to get at. It might not be 100% as complex as like Steve and I last night drank some of the Old Forester store pick that we had from and that was like holy moly, like it's just a bounty of flavor. That just was just
that's probably not even out yet either. But when this goes out,
that's true too. But
if you look behind me, I was going to reference back to Castle and Key, even though that was
so
less.
Them,
but that it's
again, it may be confusing for some of you guys. Again, we're like 4 weeks out, so. That being said, leave a comment down below what you think. We did do some improvements on the lights. Now, unfortunately, for the next 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to see the old set again. But we are trying
to make improvements.
We're trying to make improvements.
This is good.
Leave a comment down below what you think. You like them? Is it too dark? Do you think it's I think it's nice, but
it's quaint.
We're kind of putting this one out there as a feeler to see.
No top on it.
Wow, look at you! I'm over here babbling.
I enjoyed it. Can't tell.
Right. So, I poured it really good. So I'm just trying to think. You may see some other little edits that I'm trying to do and stuff like that also. So, unfortunately, like I said, it'll be once those start taking place. It's a good month because it's too hard to try to go back and get rid of all the ones that we already had. And so we are going to keep them. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I like to hear from you guys anyway. So,
Yeah, especially on the lighting.
Yeah, on anything that I do, you can feel free to comment whether you like it or not.
Some of that though. Oh no, you'll
play around with this. I'll play around with this one so you can actually see it going on. So overall, for a $60, 125 proof, 6 to 8 year whiskey, bourbon, I have zero complaints about this one. I really do. It again, much like the Elijah Craig. The A batch comes out, I think it tastes very good. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to B and C. I progressively get better, I thought, last year. Like I know C won. I don't remember where B landed, but I will agree with it's finally starting to like caramel where
initially it was brown sugar, now it's coming all together.
I'm getting like an oatmeal-y caramel.
Either way, it's tasty.
No, it is definitely tasty, and it's definitely one of them that where you take a sip and you can kick back. It's not as oily and viscous as some, but I don't think we ever said that about Larceny.
You're right. I believe you.
I will say though, I do think in the past, and again, we're working off a lot of whiskeys in between. That this one seems a little hot.
I was. Well, I said that
because it's a wheater and they're not usually hot. Like
this one does have.
It seems like it's drinking.
Like it hits you right here. It stays here.
Getting a good big hug. Yeah.
And again, not disappointing. It's just you're right. Usually, it's an easier for that proof. It's easier, but
you don't realize that you're drinking 125. Usually, I think it usually drinks a little softer because this is actually drinking hotter than
it's
like some of the Bookers and stuff we've had. Like it's drinking hot to me today. So I don't know if it's just this batch or it is my first whiskey of the day. So there's another thing that
I initially said that though right when we first started that it was knew you were drinking the proof. So and we would jump right to that. We would go 120.
Oh no,
124 to 128.
I would definitely
add it up right. No, not the 128, but it'd be in that realm.
No, I agree. Like if we got this on a blind, you're talking like where would I? Oh no, it's definitely it's drinking.
We'd go we'd be in those tiers.
I'd be in the upper echelon on which ones I was trying to pick from. You know what I mean? To see which one it was. So there you go. We can keep this short and sweet then. Again, please comment down below what you think of everything we're doing. Appreciate to hear from everybody. So thank you again, Steve, for finding this for us because, again, we've been searching long and far. It has not made it up in our neck of the woods yet. So, you know, until it does,
we'll let you know.
Yeah, if we do end up finding it, but
where it would be, and again, that might be a month out by the time you hear it. But
again, I'll apologize in advance because I am going to bump some video, so it's going to end up like a month from now when it actually pops up.
It's good though because you can see the new display that we're trying to work on. So we'll get an opinion on that as well.
That's kind of why I am bumping it. I want to see what everyone thinks, if it's an improvement or a non-improvement, you know, on that. And more importantly, you know, unlike with all the store picks we did, I'm going to try to get the ones that come out on a timely basis if we can. So I will end up jumping a video. So if it does come
only bumped like 45 of them in the Santa sack to get this one out.
Well, not only that, like I'm going to bump a video and it's probably going to come out on a blind, and I apologize if it didn't. We didn't review it yet, but we will be reviewing it. That's all there is to it. So there you go. There is Larceny A123 for $60. I think you have to buy it. You know what I mean? Just for the flavor, the taste, the proof alone. I really don't have a bad thing to say about it. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.